I mean, this is as close to like a Gartley as you could kind of get. Ideally, this should be like the 618. This is really close. And so all these harmonic patterns, they're just the confluence of several Fibonacci's, put together. If you were trading by the numbers here, that would be your entry point. This would be your stop loss right there. This would be the long position that you would hope to enter. And then this would be your first target. This would be your second target. Target 1, target 2, the C and the A leg. We actually did hit this trade. We had our take profits. I actually entered it a little bit before this, but before the breakout. But we did have take profits at the C and the A. I think our trade was like mostly closed, but it was a fantastic breakout. And sometimes Gartley's will fib retracement, and if you go from the A to the D, sometimes it hits the 1618. And then I did close it up here. I didn't close it at the top, but I only had like a little bit left, and I closed it out. So you can see we kind of this almost matches perfectly. We hit that Gartley. If you do it by the books, you put your stop loss down there. You buy in once you hit the B level. That's your first target. That's your second target. And then oftentimes these Gartleys, they run out. And as we hit it here, the 1618, it kind of hit out perfect. This is going back towards the summer. And it looked like it formed like a double top. And again, this ain't the prettiest Adam and Eve. And sometimes it's Adam and Steve. And sometimes it's Eve and Yvette. This is your classic Eve and Adam here. This is your double top. That was our top of the Gartley pattern right there, and we hit our double top. And you could kind of see when it hit this resistance line, it got rejected and then came back and retested. And then now we're back up the top here. This is getting fantastic right here. So we got the double top. Whenever I see a double top, I automatically start thinking shark patterns. So let's go ahead and draw like a shark pattern here. Right there, you got almost your most awesome double top. It doesn't really matter. I could have pulled it from down here. Or I could have pulled it from way down there. But with the shark pattern, this double top, this is typically like 113 to 1618 for your double top. It just needs to be a double top. 127 is also kind of common. So the next thing I'm looking at is if this is a double top, and if this is a shark pattern, then what happens? Usually it comes down here to like the somewhere between the 886 and like the 113, the 1127. So you got your double top here, your Adam and Eve. And now I'm looking at this. I'm going back everything through the summer. This is starting to look like, to me, like a head and shoulders pattern. So you got kind of the left shoulder, you got kind of the head, and it looks like to me that it is forming a right shoulder there. So what happens with the head and shoulders pattern? We got to kind of find a neckline. People like to draw the necklines horizontal, but things don't happen two-dimensional. It's not just price. It's not price and time. It's price, time, and volume. Things happen not horizontally often. Like if I were to try to find a neckline here, and if this was the head and shoulders, the first thing that I would try to do, well, actually, before I do that, let me, okay, here's the textbook. Like when we're talking about the Adam and Eve, and again, it could be an Eve and Adam, it could be a Steve and Steve. It's basically a double top. The neckline does not have to be horizontal. The top does not need to be even. So that's our double top. So that's the Adam and Eve. We had the Gartley, pulled out the double top. Looks like it's starting to form a head and shoulders to me. So we got to find a neckline to this head and shoulders. So if I want to find a neckline, so let's just go ahead and draw a pitchfork, and I'm going to draw it from here up to my Gartley, and I'm going to put it right there. This actually kind of looks fantastic. To me, this is the neckline here, and this is going to be the neckline of the head and shoulders. And I could be wrong where this all pans out as far as the neckline, but if you're going to make trades and put your own money on the line, at least have kind of an educated guess on what's going to happen. Here is what a head and shoulders kind of looks like. You got the left shoulder, head and right shoulder. There's certain volume characteristics that occur to really make You just can't have three lumps and call it a head and shoulders. There are certain volume characteristics that have to happen to really truly have a head and shoulders. Assuming that this is going to be the head and shoulders pattern, this pitchfork seems to. I think I drew it in pretty good. Pitchfork. These bands are actually Fibonacci bands. You could see, hit obviously there because that's where we drew it from. Hit there, hitting there. This is now a resistance. It's hitting. This is a pretty accurate. This gives me a lot of confidence that ascending fib channel pitchfork. I think there's some validity to this. So what's going to happen if this is a head and shoulders, and where are we going to take a trade? I think we're going to range, kind of here, and then we're going to come down just like it shows here. We're going to come down to the neckline, possibly get rejected from it, and then down. Or we come down, we blow past through it, hit some volume area high resistance, come back up, retest, and then back down. So where am I going to enter a trade? I am actually going to look for a short, just a small one, potentially this weekend, sometime within the next few weeks, maybe ladder into that short. And then this will be a take profit area. And then if it seems to be getting rejected up like that, then we will add more into our short. Or if it comes down like this and bounces back up, then we'll add more into our short, and hopefully it comes down. This doesn't have to work out, but it seems right. And again, Bitcoin does whatever it wants to do. This all started. We're on the daily chart, by the way. I'm not scalping, doing 50x leverage trades or anything like that. But this all started with recognizing that this was a Gartley pattern down here, and we did take this trade too. I mean, I didn't publish it, but we did take this trade. That was our entry point, first take profit, our second take profit, and then we closed the trade up here when it hit the 1618, and then I didn't really enter anything until it formed this double top. Oh, what's great about this double top too is that it's that shark pattern. So that's our shark pattern right there. 1117, that's our double top. We got a double top with our Adam and Eve pattern, which also has confluence because it is like kind of a shark pattern. We drew a pitchfork. It is looking like to me that it's going to make some kind of head and shoulders here. So over the next few weeks, we're going to see if, how this pans out or how this reacts to this channel. Could be totally wrong, but I'm thinking the month of October we come down. And where can we come down? Oh my God. If it breaks and makes a new lower low, you got a low, new higher low, new higher low. If it breaks this, who knows where it could come down to. I'm gonna keep all this. I'll keep this chart going. Like I said, before I started streaming, I just made a new chart and I added just all the MDX indicators. That's the only indicators I'm going to use. They are fantastic. We have that shark pattern. That's that blue. We have the double top with the Adam and Eve. We have this potential head and shoulders going on. And again, it doesn't have to look exactly like this. It could come under, come back up, retest the neckline. And then we have this Gartley. This trade actually started during the summer. I think I was at like 3x leverage, and it worked out fantastic. We took our profits. Man, I wish I didn't close it. If I had a crystal ball and knew we were going to come up to the 1618, hey, if you put money in your pocket, you can never go wrong. And again, I'm not going to be scalping. I'm not kind of a big scalp kind of guy. I'm a buy and holder. I got some Bitcoin. I'm thinking about selling it all if this looks like it's really going to pan out. Everybody's talking about, Bitcoin 200,000, 300,000, 10 million. You got Michael Saylor out there on YouTube telling people to mortgage their houses to buy Bitcoin. I'm like, that's the most irresponsible thing I've ever heard in my life.